Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Saturday Night Showdown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Calvin D. Harmon, thank you for liking the stream.
From Venice Beach, California, weighing
It
in
is Saturday
at
night
252 pounds,
fashion dashing Danny Diamond,
Danny Diamond.
bringing himself down to the ring. Calvin, thank you for sharing. Derek Smith already getting our chat going. And welcome everyone to Saturday Night Showdown here at XFW Extreme Fantasy Wrestling. Later on tonight, two more qualifying matches for the XFW #1 contendership fatal four-way matchup. Michael Webster hitting that like button. Thank you, Mr. Webster. As well as the XFW United States Champion also in action tonight. But dashing Danny Diamond awaiting his opponent and a former United States Champion, Ultimo Shade.
And his opponent from Kyoto, Japan, weighing in at 237 pounds, Ultimo Shade.
Ultimo Shade narrowly missing out on the fatal four-way elimination match for the XFW #1 contendership, as our booking committee had votes on who would be entered. The 8 contestants who would battle for the 4 positions. 2 were named last night. 2 more matches to happen tonight on Showdown. Ultimo Shade's name come up on a number of occasions for an opportunity. However, I think Ultimo Shade's going to be given more opportunities down the road here in XFW when it comes to title challenges. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday Showdown officially under wraps. Dashing Danny Diamond, the front face lock into a suplex. But Ultimo Shade with a nice counter. Waist lock up and back. Goes dashing Danny Diamond in a German suplex. And Ultimo Shade dropping the forearm across the back of the head. And already a lateral press. But a quick kick out by dashing Danny Diamond. Diamond himself, a former XFW Internet Champion, pinning Showtime Shane Black to take the title away from Black, who is running the first ever Grand Slam champion here in XFW. Kicked in mid-center by Shade. Those well-educated hands now coming into play, and then the roundhouse kick from Shade, finding their mark. Shade now jumping into the knee strike right to the side of the skull of dashing Danny Diamond. We got a cover to kick out. Dashing Danny, very well-rounded inside the ring. Ultimo Shade, XFW's premier striker. Danny now over the back, clubbing shots out of the back of the head. Ultimo Shade. Again, leading Shade against the ropes. Now a dangerous position for Ultimo Shade. Off the ropes he goes. Wild swing now by Shade. Dashing Danny now a little bit of rope and dope and lands a clothesline and spins Ultimo Shade. Watch this, the impact to Shade. Boom! Spins him right around. And dashing it out, continuing the onslaught. Get to the midsection, countered. Again, the strikes from Ultimo Shade. Any angle, any condition, Ultimo Shade can unleash an elbow, a roundhouse kick. The martial arts style of Ultimo Shade, the strong style coming into effect on numerous occasions, winning titles. But dashing Danny Diamond with size and strength advantage, throwing Ultimo Shade around like a ragdoll. Dragging the whip now by Ultimo Shade, making his way to the top rope, but dashing Danny getting back to his feet. Ultimo Shade drops the hammer. Double axe handle right between the eyes of dashing Danny Diamond. Roundhouse kick connects, and a flying knee right to the bridge of the nose of dashing Danny. That might be all she wrote. And a kick out. Close proximity there for dashing Danny Diamond, almost a 3 count. Turning the tables now again is dashing. The toss Shade up and over all the way to the outside arena floor. Again, folks, stay tuned later tonight. As I said, 2 more qualifying matchups for our fatal four-way #1 contendership match to take place next week on XFW programming. Dashing Danny now unleashing a hell of fury on the outside arena floor on Ultimo Shade. Shade laid out, and Dashing sizing him up in the elbow, right to the face. Collar tie up. Dashing gonna send Ultimo Shade back inside. Shade still nursing that face in the eye after the elbow by Dashing Danny Diamond. The Shade now catching the leg. Dashing fires an enziguri, but Shade stays on his feet. But Dashing gonna help him up. Picks him up. Oh! Modified suplex, adding the elbow to the midsection for extra torque. Ultimo Shade down to World of Hurt. Dashing now with the cover. Bob Harris a little out of position there. Bob cannot see the shoulders from where he was counting. What the hell is Bob thinking? Shade dodging out of the way. Dashing Danny again, catching with the right hands. Haymakers in the nose right. Back in the corner. And now working on the arm, trying to weaken the striking ability of Ultimo Shade. Still finds his mark. And again the knee strike. Again that diving knee from Ultimo Shade connects. And again, the flying knee from Ultimo Shade. That little fancy footwork from Shade. Coming off the ropes. Shade going to work on Dashing Danny, holding on to his nose. But Ultimo Shade lands the moonsault. Ultimo Shade now doing a lot of damage. That's stomping it down the nose. Uh-oh. Shade hoisting up Danny. We've seen this before. Shade to black. Shade to black by Ultimo Shade. That might be all she wrote for Dashing Danny Diamond. Wow. Shade not happy about that. The audience screaming, "We're not worthy." Ultimo Shade has knocked people out left and right, and somehow Dashing Danny Diamond able to survive the Shade to black roundhouse kick. Shade, ooh, roundhouse shot, and another one in the back of the head. How Dashing Danny Diamond able to survive that, and now hip toss from Dashing. Ultimo Shade getting back to his feet. Dashing Danny Diamond now leading Shade around the ring again, holding on to the back of the mask. Head first down into the turnbuckle. Dashing Danny with a windup. Ultimo Shade with a counter. Dashing Danny now going with a backflip. Off the ropes, wild swing, back and forth we go, and a big clothesline by Dashing Danny Diamond levels down Ultimo Shade. We've got a cover again on Shade. With Shade able to get the shoulder up. Ooh! Right to the back of the skull, Dashing Danny Diamond driving the knee hard to Ultimo Shade. Shade fires right back with another shot. Ew! Wild swing, look at the Shade to black again, and Diamond again able to counter. Shot now to the lower back. Both men now swinging wildly. He's got him up. What is this? Oh! Down goes Shade, a brutal slam by Dashing Danny Diamond. With Shade kicking him off. Charging in, and again the knee strike to the face by Ultimo Shade. Lands another one right to that nose. And now on the top row, coming up and driving the knee. And like, oh, he just busted him open. He just broke his nose with that shot. Picking Dashing Danny up again. And another Shade to black. Good Lord, we're going to have to check for a concussion on Dashing Danny Diamond. And that one gets the 3 count. Holy cow. Talk about a level of brutality tonight on Showdown just to kick things off. There's that flying knee strike by Ultimo Shade. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in this match. And 2 Shade to black roundhouse kicks to knock off Dashing Danny Diamond. What a battle from 2 very tough, very strong competitors to kick off Showdown.
Here is your winner, Ultimo Shade.
Ultimo Shade victorious in our opening contest here on Saturday Night Showdown. Derek's been saying, you've been seeing disco balls for a while. That's a good one. I appreciate that. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW Saturday Night Showdown. Thank you for joining us. For some reason, my camera again off. I apologize if you've seen my thumb here, folks. Got to make a slight adjustment to that. There we go. That's somewhat better. When I'm doing all my pre-show settings, it comes out fine. And then for whatever reason, once I go live, I feel like it shrinks down. I don't know what's going on. But folks, we've got a hell of a show for you tonight. And again, 2 qualifying matches for our #1 contendership fatal 4-way matchup taking place next week. Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott going toe-to-toe with Rick Osborne. One of those two will advance into the fatal 4-way matchup. And then as well, Sam Ford and Seth Walker in our main event. And those 2 matches will bring down our final 2 in our fatal 4-way match to decide who will challenge for the XFW World Heavyweight Championship at XFW Mat Mania, which is a little over a month away. Normally, folks, we have it a little bit earlier, but we're going to wait till 2K23 drops and we start rebuilding everything to have XFW Mat Mania in 2K23, which, folks, is out in 10 days. If you pre-ordered, if you got the deluxe, or the larger versions, you get it 3 days earlier. We did here so we can start building XFW back from scratch. In a way, I'm looking forward to it. Another way, I'm not looking forward to it. But, folks, the game itself, I have high aspirations for. Ever since the disaster that was 2K20, which was so riddled with bugs, it was unbelievably, and at times, folks, unplayable. 2K22 was a breath of fresh air. A lot of good things came out of it. And I'm hoping 2K put a lot more built off of what you see. War games alone I'm excited for. Just the simple mannerisms with taunts that I've seen with weapons and other stuff. I'm looking forward to a whole lot of creative experience coming out of XFW when 2K23 drops. Right now, folks, we're heading down to ringside for tag team action as the Blue Bloods go up against the Anarchists next on Saturday Night Showdown. Thank you, Jarius Jackson, for hitting that like button. The ominous horns of the Blue Bloods echoing through, and damn it, another W. As the Blue Bloods enter the fray here tonight on XFW Saturday Night Showdown. Derek, it was there in 2K20. It was there to utilize. I didn't want to waste it. I won't lie, I'm a little sad it's gone. I'm looking forward to seeing what comes out in 2K23 now that there are 2 paybacks available per competitor again, as right now in 2K22 there's only 1. We're back to 2. And yes, I hope that is one bug that is fixed when you change an entrance video, it sticks. Blue Bloods being brought to XFW by Bishop, or not by Bishop Holmes, by Biff Wellington, the owner and operator of Wellington Wax, aka Biff Stuff. Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark, the Blue Bloods. But tonight they're going to go up against 2 men in XFW who do not care about rules, who do not care about your feelings, and they definitely like to fight here at XFW. Derek, I do, but I make so many videos for some of our competitors. I like to get them on there. I just forget to set them each and every time I jump in the universe. I've got so many created videos saved that I put some time into, and they're supposed to show up.
498 pounds.
But here come the Anarchists, former XFW Tag Team Champions, Crom Ferguson and Angus Hayes. These guys do not like rules. They do not like regulations. They are here to fight. They are here to cause chaos. Angus Hayes, the wiry of the two. and you put these guys in a tag team, folks, it is a combustible environment with Ferguson and Hayes inside the ring. Angus Hayes going to start things off with Wyndham Shaw. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And there's another bug grabbing onto the referee already is Wyndham Shaw. Oh, and Hayes just stomped on the promenade mustache of Wyndham Shaw. Now a knee strike. Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark are two tough guys from the United Kingdom. They can definitely brawl with the best of them. But Angus Hayes and Crom Ferguson, folks, they can, honestly, sometimes I feel they can take it more than they can dish it out. But right now, Wyndham Shaw with a flurry of shots, but Angus Hayes with a nice counter. Hip loss takeover. Angus Hayes now with an Irish whip. Into a drop down. Hayes now. Another leapfrog as well. Diving in. Drop kick to the back of the head. And another one. Angus Hayes already going to the air. And in comes the monster, Crom Ferguson. Stomped in the midsection now by Big Ferguson. Winds up DDT. The impact, that shook the ring. We've already got a cover here of Wyndham Shaw and Earl Clark coming in for the save. Ferguson now turning his attention to Earl Clark. Clark catches him in a strike in the midsection. And another shot there by Crom Ferguson. Wyndham Shaw yet to move. And now Ferguson going to take on both members of the Blue Bloods at this point. And a clothesline. Good Lord, he didn't let go of the wrist. To shove him back again in the second one. Crom is not done. Oh my God. Ferguson now going to the outside. Uh-oh. Crom Ferguson now with a table at hand and a shot to the brain of Wyndham Shaw. And this is what I talk about, ladies and gentlemen, with the anarchists. They do not care about rules. They do not care about regulations. And the rules change in XFW to a more extreme format was right up their alley. Uh-oh. Ferguson and Wyndham Shaw up, and Shaw through the table. Ferguson just broke Wyndham Shaw in half. How he's on his feet, I do not know. Shoving him back inside the ring. Rolling Wyndham over. We got a cover here. 2. Wow. That was close, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, good Lord. Dribbling Wyndham Shaw's head off the canvas like a basketball. Earl Clark is yet to be the legal man in this matchup. But again, oh! Ferguson just took Earl Clark off the apron and now going to the outside. Now Angus Hayes on the top turnbuckle here. Angus Hayes coming up, driving down on Wyndham Shaw. The anarchists are all over the place here tonight. And now into the barricade. Bob Harris has no control over this matchup. Angus Hayes sending him, oh good Lord. Ferguson with a powerbomb and then blasting Earl Clark off the apron. And a spine buster on the outside arena floor. The anarchists are absolutely tearing apart. Hoisting him up. What has he got here? Ferguson gets slugged down by Wyndham Shaw. Trying to get back and smash him and jumping DDT. The Blue Bloods in a world of hurt right now. European uppercut. Ferguson just got cut down to size like a big redwood coming down. And Angus Hayes coming in for the save. And now Hayes lighting up Wyndham Shaw. Repeated shots here. Good Lord. And another strike. Oh! And that running savate kick just leveled him down. Hayes blasting Ferguson, Wyndham Shaw. Ferguson now back in the ring, in control of this matchup. with Earl Clark. Earl Clark being brought in the hard way here. Harris trying to keep any relevance, and a clothesline now. Tag back in comes Angus Hayes. Hayes now stalking. Oh, and a clothesline out of the ring. Right back into the debris of that table. He's got him on. What is this? Angus Hayes. Oh! Hayes just blasted Wyndham Shaw right across the knee strike. Brutal impact. Uh-oh. Ferguson back inside the ring now. Ferguson with a kick to the midsection. Ferguson now hoisting him up. High angle powerbomb. We got a cover here. With all four men back in the ring, Earl Clark again with a save. Angus Hayes now sent over the top rope. Big boot to the face of Wyndham Shaw. Ferguson now on the outside, turning his attention to up and to good Lord. This is at this point just a free-for-all in this match. Bob Harris yelling at the Anarchist. That's not going to get you anywhere. These two do not give a care. And a shot to the head of Wyndham Shaw. He blasted him with that steel chair. That's it. Crom Ferguson with a chair shot to the head of Wyndham Shaw puts the exclamation point on this matchup. There is Wyndham in the debris of that table after Crom blasted him through with a vertical suplex. There's Wyndham Shaw coming back with that high angle European uppercut right there. And then boom, down he goes. And then the chair coming into play. You see right under Angus Hayes, the Anarchist using the extreme rules here in XFW to their advantage. Derek Smith saying, what's the over-under? The referee's going to get punched tonight, folks. We've had a lot of competitors in the ring taking liberties with the referees of late. Poor Mike Atura got blasted again last night. We already saw Bob Harris get blasted already today as well, grabbed by one half of the Blue Bloods. Folks, it is becoming more and more popular for people just to start hitting referees. And I know a lot of this is because the new owner, who, quite frankly, folks, is still staying away. He's not interfering much in XFW other than the memo that came out in the short video where he said he's going to lower the amount of things you can get disqualified for just to bring in more excitement to the matches. And a lot of wrestlers were excited about this, utilizing chairs and ladders and tables and more. Hell, we've seen guys bringing stop signs into the ring. And again, a lot of our old school wrestlers not happy with the change, but they knew things could escalate here in XFW. But the Anarchists love to run that route. And again, at the same time, the referees have been a target when things don't go a wrestler's way, knowing that the chance of them getting disqualification has been lowered. But we'll see what happens, folks, when 2K23 drops and see if any more changes come to the XFW way. But right now, Teddy Matthews, a.k.a. Loverboy, a.k.a. Teddy Bear, going toe-to-toe with Mason Storm next on Saturday Night Showdown. And here comes the Loverboy, Teddy Matthews.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from the north side. Weighing in at 240 pounds, Loverboy Teddy
Loverboy Teddy
Matthews.
Matthews, who recently has been locked into a rivalry with Mark Collins. The two have been exchanging a number of matches back and forth, trading wins. the Collins got the victory at XFW Stormfront. Now to see if the two will go on, as Mark Collins has a match tonight with the XFW United States Champion, Brody Daniels. But here comes Mason Storm. At one point, one of the youngest champions in XFW history. A former 5-time XFW Internet champion is Mason Storm. One thing I can tell you folks, I'm excited about being able to create an entire entrance again in 2K23. I'm so happy that is back, to expand on the entrances of our wrestlers. Mason Storm, at one point a former member of the industry under Josh the Coach Clemens. Teddy, it's still Teddy with that chest hair. It's just mind-boggling why you would put the chest hair in the shape of a heart, but now Mason Storm already taking the chain wrestling and dropping the knee. That's something I'd like to see make a comeback in 2K23, is the chain wrestling we used to have in 2K20. Mason Storm butting heads now with Teddy Bear. And dropping the hammer again with a drop kick. Right hand countered. Matthews now firing back, roundhouse kick. Another one trying to take out the base, targeting the legs and thighs of Mason Storm, trying to weaken him up. And Storm firing right back with his own. Kick to the midsection, collar double tie-up. Elbow shot now to the breadbasket by Mason Storm. Storm now sends him reeling into the ropes. Rolls through, transitions, beautiful neckbreaker by Mason Storm. Again, the technical ability of this young man is second to none, but a kick out by Teddy Matthews. Mason Storm, a very, very advantageous young wrestler, hoping to get a new title opportunity. Right now with a backslide. And a kick out again by Matthews. Oh, and both men making eye contact. They're back to square one. Knife edge chop. Oh, and fires back by Matthews. These guys going toe-to-toe now. Exchanging shots back and forth. No one able to keep control for too long on this matchup. Wraps through again, and a second time that neck breaker. Hoisting him up now. Oh, Teddy Matthews with a nice counter. Flipping right through. Goes to the eyes. Oh! And below the belt, Matthews with the low blow. He can't go toe-to-toe with Mason Storm when it comes to technical skill. So he's got to take the cheap road. And now Matthews starting to dominate. Snapmares him over. And now this is just gross, folks. Unnecessary. Oh, come on. This is so much better when Kitty Lane does it. Teddy Matthews now still in the driver's seat. Oh, now the forearm across the eyes, using those bracelets to blind young Mason Storm. Calling him a tie. Storm firing back now. Oh! What a kick to the face by Mason Storm. Watch this shot. Watch this shot. Boom. And Matthews down on the top rope. Matthews looking. Oh, Storm dodging out of the way. Storm now with a pump handle. Hoisting him up. Oh, Matthews with a counter and a crossbody. Back and forth we go. Matthews again going to the high rent district. Looking for the high flyer mileage. Oh, frog splash, but the knees come up from Mason Storm and an elbow drop. And a clothesline now from Storm. Back and forth in this matchup. These guys bringing it home tonight. Thank you for liking the stream. Side headlock and a right hand by Mason Storm. Ooh. Mason Storm out. Teddy Matthews trying to resolved back off the ropes and lands a springboard dropkick perfectly executed by Teddy Matthews, the teddy bear. God, it's terrible to say that out loud. Matthews now in control. Cameron, thank you for hitting that like button. In the corner goes Mason Storm. Ooh, what a knee strike by Storm. And fires right back onto Matthews. Hoisting him up into a backbreaker. Storm now with a cover. Leg is hooked. 2. Nick Clark, Mr. Insomniac Gamer himself, is in the house. Thank you, Mr. Clark, for liking that like button. Right hand now by Matthews. Fire back now is Mason Storm. Kick to the midsection. Storm again looking for the pump handle. Gonna hoist him up and over. Mr. Clark with the share. Thank you very much. Teddy Matthews has got turned inside out. Oh, Storm in the corner. Storm jumping up. Eye of the Storm. Rolling over Matthews. That might be all she wrote. It is. The Eye of the Storm DDT from Mason Storm puts the end on this match tonight. And Mason Storm will walk away victorious. An impressive match. I've got to give it even to Teddy Matthews. He put up a hell of a battle against Mason Storm. Some impressive defensive abilities by Teddy Matthews tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to XFW Saturday Showdown. If you're just joining us, still tonight, 2 qualifying matches for our Fatal 4-Way #1 contendership match. Will take place next Friday night on XFW Danger Zone. Do not miss that. And again, folks, thank you. Whether you're joining us on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube, or directly on Bloodsword6.com, where you can find XFW merchandise, t-shirts, mugs, socks, and more on Bloodsword6.com. And folks, if you haven't already, you can hit that subscribe button and get exclusive XFW content that is only for our subscribers, much like XFW Extra, our Sunday afternoon show tomorrow. Abdul, thank you for hitting that like button. Folks, we've got a lot more matches coming your way tonight here in XFW, our digital wrestling promotion. And again, our main event. One of the qualifying matches tonight for our #1 contendership match. Sam Ford, the Tank, going up against his long rival, Seth Walker. And folks, we're talking about Seth Walker. We're talking about Triple S LLC. Now, Stan the Man Martin, or Sweet Sedan Stan, whichever moniker he wants to go by, still in the hospital after getting his ass handed to him by Showtime Shane Black. But we have learned Showtime Shane Black himself right now has a mild concussion after being assaulted by Seth Walker and Parzival last week on XFW programming. Now, Black will be back in action next week on our show. Is being released earlier next week, is told to be back in action. So stay tuned for that, folks. So right now, up next, one-on-one competition, Raiden Yamashita versus the monster Lincoln Marsh next on Saturday Night Showdown. Maurice Boyd, thank you for hitting that like button. And here comes Raiden Yamashita.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Osaka, Japan, weighing in at 233 pounds.
Raiden Yamashita, close friend of Tiger Ramirez, making his way to ringside tonight. Will go up against the monster known as Lincoln Marsh. Folks, there's been talks about Tiger Ramirez and Raiden Yamashita entering the tag team division. And the possibility is still quite high. They say they're looking into it, considering it. That'd be one hell of a tag team, quite frankly, folks. They're already travel partners, workout partners. But this man right here, ladies and gentlemen, has no friends, no partners, no acquaintances. Lincoln Marsh. This man got into professional wrestling, and I quote, ladies and gentlemen, just so he could beat people up and not get arrested. Just so he could beat people up and not get arrested. Lincoln Marsh, we understand, is a rap sheet from bar fights and public nuisance longer than both his arms. And he will have a severe size and strength advantage over Raiden Yamashita tonight. A true brawler here tonight on XFW programming. Lincoln Marsh with an impressive win last week. Marsh has really come into his own here in XFW. Again, he's not officially entered into any one of our championship divisions. He is just here to fight. And here we go, the bell is rung. Ooh! Raiden Yamashita coming out of the gate, taking the big man off his feet, and using that speed to try to keep him off his feet. But Lincoln Marsh grabbing on. Marsh already using that power, drives him down into a backbreaker. Ooh, and a stiff kick right to the snout. Raiden Yamashita kicking him off. Driving in, Marsh able to dodge out of the way of that, almost unconsciously. Yamashita now with a plethora of shots, landing a DDT. Mounting the second rope now is Yamashita. Look at this, already to a moonsault. Into a cover here, Yamashita, barely a 1 count. Marsh using those big legs to get his frame up. Here goes Yamashita again, the strong style coming out. Oship off the ropes. Yamashita having little no effect with that shoulder tackle. Marsh able to turning the tables on him. And a big right hand now from Marsh. Yamashita in a bad way now as Marsh starts to target the limbs. Going after the knee. And now just hoisting him up by the throat, tossing him, and his back of his head bouncing off that bottom turnbuckle. That can cause some serious whiplash, serious damage, and slow down the offense of Raiden Yamashita. Yamashita, former XFW Internet Champion, fighting for his life tonight. Drop down now, holding up. Hurricane Rana takes the big man down, and a senton to follow through. Yamashita now into a cover, lateral press, leg is hooked, and again, not even a 1 count. Yamashita cannot keep this big man down. Roundhouse now. Yamashita up in the back, crucifix, rolls him down. Lincoln Marsh trying to fight through this now, but Yamashita trying to counter at every aspect. He finally keeps it now, shoulders are down, but not a 1 count. Yamashita doing a lot of damage, but cannot keep Lincoln Marsh off his feet for long. Drop kick sends him down again. Yamashita again with another cover, leg is hooked. Oh, finally gets a 2 count, but again, Marsh able to get the shoulder up, kicking off Yamashita. Pull breaker now, driving the knees into the face. And again, another cover, but a kick out again by Marsh, this time not even a 1 count. Wow. Yamashita pouring everything he has into this matchup. And a right hand now. Goes for the spin kick, but gets caught. Oh, good Lord, the impact of that one. He goes for the roundhouse kick and gets caught. And gets dumped in a powerbomb. And now a tornado suplex. Dumping him right down. We got a cover here. 2. Almost a 3 count. Yamashita almost done for. Lincoln Marsh turning the tables now on Raiden Yamashita. Goes for that big boot stomp. Yamashita connects with a drop kick. And now going to the high rent district. Yamashita with the moonsault. Yamashita. Oh! And there's the stomp out of nowhere. Yamashita somehow keeps hopes alive. Yamashita somehow keeping hope alive as Lincoln Marsh now taunting. Showing off his massive frame. Oh, the Iron Claw locked on Yamashita. We've seen these used in the past. That monstrous grip of Lincoln Marsh squeezing the life out of the head of Yamashita. Yamashita trying to fight back here. Shot to the ribs, still can't break it. Lincoln Marsh still with a hold on him. Yamashita goes high. Roundhouse kick, levels him down. Yamashita again, trying to cover, trying to hook the leg. And again, Marsh gets the shoulder up. What does Yamashita got to do to keep this monster down? Yamashita is sending him in the turnbuckle. Hoisting the big man up. Right hand connects. Yamashita now scaling him like a redwood tree. Yamashita What is this? Oh, good Lord! Good Lord, he brought him all the way down. 2, and again a kick out. What a bulldog from the top rope by Raiden Yamashita. Oh! Marsh now firing back. Marsh has him up on the shoulders. And a snake eyes in the turnbuckle. Yamashita collapsing, he might be out. Marsh now lining up the shot. Oh! Right across the brow. Lincoln Marsh, folks, at some point is an unstoppable juggernaut. And now stomping away. Covered now by Marsh. Yamashita is down. But manages to get the shoulder up. Marsh now, oh good Lord, just pummeling him with left hooks. Right to the bridge of the nose. Yamashita firing back again. Against the ropes. Yamashita now. Shots to the lower back and the kidneys. Yamashita, I don't know how much he's got left in the tank himself, folks. He's pouring everything he has in this matchup. Yamashita now calling to the crowd here, trying to get this capacity crowd behind him. I don't think he has to worry about that much, folks. Yamashita off the ropes. Tornado DDT. Tornado DDT. Moonsault connects. Again a cover by Raiden Yamashita. And again. Yamashita not going to the outside. Yamashita now on the ropes. Yamashita going high again. Rolls through. Lands a drop kick blocked. Extra momentum in a right hand. Elbow shot now by Yamashita firing back. Drop kick to the back. Yamashita exiting the ring. Yamashita with a kendo stick in hand. He might be trying to cut down this redwood. And he gets cotton blasted. Lincoln Marsh turns the tables on Yamashita with a shot to the middle of the back of the kendo stick. And a stomp again on Yamashita by Raiden. Yamashita is down, and again he gets the shoulder up. And the crowd screaming one more time, and a leg drop. And a stiff drop kick right to the middle of the back. Uh-oh. Marsh now using all that weight to the lower spine of Raiden Yamashita. Yamashita back to his feet and catches him with a bicycle kick. And Yamashita now back to the kendo stick. And this time, but Marsh stays on his feet. Holy hell. And another one. But Marsh again still takes it back and fires him back. 2 shots with a kendo stick. And he stays on his feet, but that time, Yamashita fighting for everything he's worth tonight. Yamashita's got him up and drives him down. Yamashita driver. Raiden Yamashita pulls off the victory, but at what cost? Good Lord. Holy hell, talk about a David and Goliath matchup tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Raiden Yamashita and Lincoln Marsh with a hell of a closely contested contest. Wow. Yamashita putting everything he had into that one and showing why in the land of giants, Yamashita can hang with the best of them. Landing the Yamashita driver. Lincoln Marsh has had a back-to-back wins in the past few weeks here at XFW, and Yamashita bringing that to an end. Wow. An impressive win for Raiden Yamashita after a hell of a knockdown, drag-out battle with the monster that is Lincoln Marsh. And again, folks, Marsh is not here for titles. He's not here for glory. He's here for one reason and one reason only, and that's to fight other people. He gets his jollies off at folks. And again, he signed up for professional wrestling because he gets to beat people up and not get arrested. That is one hell of a motivation. I got to give him credit for that, to find a way around the rules of society. I guess that counts for something, folks. We're going to continue our matches here, ladies and gentlemen. But again, later on tonight, 2 qualifying matches yet to come about. And again, our main event, Seth Walker and Sam Ford going at it. These two have been enemies for a long, long time. And again, Stan Martin not in the arena, still in the hospital after being laid out by Showtime's Shane Black, the current TKWA World Heavyweight Champion. And folks, right now, Lee Bischoff set to go up against the Ministry. What can only assume is a suicide run for Lee Bischoff. Let's head down to ringside. Oh, sure, this video sticks. And here comes Lee Bischoff, the man who calls himself the hardcore icon of XFW, already wielding a kendo stick.
Team Hardcore from Hall of Fame City, Ohio, weighing in at 275 pounds, the hardcore icon, Lee Bischoff.
Lee Bischoff sporting that oddly pink mohawk, calling himself the hardcore icon. In a tag team matchup with Mask Mike. Uh-oh. The lights go down, ladies and gentlemen. Prepare yourselves. As here comes Vincent Gray, the Phantom of XFW, and you see at his side is Drago. Drago in the shadows, lurking behind Vincent Gray. 2 members of the Ministry of Darkness here in XFW. Vincent Gray has quickly become the right hand of Drago in the new ministries he's put together. Only time will tell if he adds more numbers to an ever seemingly growing new ministry. Gray with that slow, ominous walk to the ring. And again, Drago lurking right behind him in the shadows, like the demon spawn that he is. I still have goosebumps, folks, when I look back at the death grip that Drago and his ministry had over XFW only a few short years ago, when Drago was the World Heavyweight Champion and absolutely decimated the XFW locker room. Anyone they deemed a threat, they put on the injured reserve list. But now I gotta wonder, is that going to happen again? Vincent Gray, Lee Bischoff, here we go, the bell is rung, folks. Vincent Gray coming out of the gate looking for a clothesline, but Bischoff with a counter. Bischoff now with the big man up on his shoulder, and down into the swinging neck breaker. Vincent Gray, ooh, I was going to say he's already down, but getting back to his feet pretty quickly. And now firing back at Bischoff with elbow shots. Bischoff now fighting back. I don't know if it's wise for anyone to try to have a brawling contest with Lee Bischoff. The man lives for bar fighting. One of the reasons he calls it the hardcore icon is because he will brawl with anyone and anybody. Goes for a moonsault. Impressive for a man of his size and stature. But Vincent Gray gets his shoulder up. And now modified leg takedown by Gray. Gray now with a haymaker shot. Irish whip off the ropes. Drop down now by Gray. Bischoff off the ropes. Big time power slam by Vincent, the Phantom. Almost a 3 count already. Not often to see Lee Bischoff getting dominated by anyone. Uh-oh, and there comes Bischoff fighting right back. And into a code breaker. Bischoff now starting to target the lower extremities of Vincent Gray. They say man can't stand, a man can't fight. Blocks the shot. Bischoff looked like he's going for the stunner that he's used in the past. Vincent Gray, both on the same idea there. Leg takedown now, and a coup de grace by Lee Bischoff right to the chest. But again, Vincent Gray getting right back to his feet. You cannot keep the Phantom down. Bischoff, oh, I thought he was going to toss him over the top rope. But just dumped him across in snake eyes. Vertical suplex now by Bischoff, holding his own against the Phantom of the Ministry. Dodging out of the way now is Gray. He lands a heavy shot. Repeated down in the midsection. Gray now. Hoisting him up. Oh! Spins him around the Olympic slam. And almost a 3 count. Almost a 3 count. And an elbow drop now by Gray. Gray has a much more slow, methodical approach to most matches. And right now just slamming Lee Bischoff down. Now into the corners, right in front of his boss, his master, Drago. But gets tossed with an exploder by Lee Bischoff. Kevin Dwayne Thomas, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to Saturday Night Showdown. Bischoff, now what is this? Oh, just stomping on the back of the skull of Gray. Both now exchanging shots. Oh! Thrust kick now by Gray finds its mark. And now Bischoff tossed to the outside. Right at the feet of Drago. Right at the feet of Drago. And Drago with a steel chair. Drago just gave that chair to Vincent Gray. Bischoff now getting inside the ring. And Drago blasting him across the brain. Drago helping with that shot, and 3 chair shots by Vincent Gray find their mark. But Bischoff trying to fight back here. Bischoff hoisting him up, but a counter by Gray. And a right hand. Uh-oh, Gray. Afterlife DDT. Bischoff is down. That's it. Drago throwing the chair in the ring for an unnecessary advantage to Vincent Gray. Lee Bischoff, no stranger to Extreme Rules situations, finds himself on the receiving end of a chair shot. Normally, it's Lee Bischoff throwing out the chair shots, and there it is. The Afterlife connecting by Vincent Gray. And Bischoff down for the 1-2-3. And the Ministry with the victory tonight. German, thank you for becoming a follower. Thank you for becoming a fan of XFW. And the Ministry victorious tonight on Saturday Night Showdown. And again, folks, the Ministry repeatedly dominating inside the ring. Anyone who stands in their way. And folks, I've talked about it on a number of occasions. I worry that Drago is going to start building an army again here in XFW. Michael Gould, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to XFW Saturday Night Showdown. Again, however you choose to watch XFW, ladies and gentlemen, you're on YouTube, you're on Facebook, you're on Twitch. directly on Bloodsword6.com. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us here for our brand of digital professional wrestling. Now, again, we are only about 10 days away from WWE 2K23 dropping. Folks, I'm actually very excited. A lot of positive press already coming out. Dwayne Walker, thank you for following. Thank you for becoming a fan. Welcome to XFW. Thank you for joining us here at the XFW and Bloodsword6 family. But again, folks, right around the corner, WWE 2K23, we're going to be building XFW over from scratch. Derek Smith knows what I'm talking about, folks. It is a very, very tedious, long path to do, but we're going to do it. So that's why we're pushing back XFW Mat Mania to April to get a lot of our roster back in shape for that big, big yearly event that we do here at XFW. So make sure you don't miss. And if you want to become a subscriber to XFW to catch our exclusive content, including hidden matches, our XFW Extra show on Sunday at noon, make sure to hit that subscribe button to find out more from XFW. Right now, folks, head down to ringside. The next of our qualifying matches for the #1 contendership, Fatal 4-Way matchup. Rick Osborne going toe-to-toe with Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott next on Saturday Night Showdown. And here comes Mr. Amazing, who had a hell of a battle last night with Bishop Holmes, the XFW Internet Champion.
Making his way to the ring from Queens, New York, weighing in at 222 pounds, Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott.
Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott. Folks, I still say he's one of the fastest competitors inside an XFW ring. This man at times has blinding speed. You think you've got him cornered down, and he can, quicker than the blink of an eye, turn the match around with his high-risk, high-profile maneuvers. His agility is outstanding. His in-ring performance, utterly mind-blowing. But tonight he'll be going up against the XFW former World Heavyweight Champion, one of the longest reigning United States champions of XFW history, Rick Osborne. Pound for pound, one of the greatest technical wrestlers of our time. Ladies and gentlemen,
From Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 200.
the master of the Texas Cloverleaf,
Osborne.
former World Heavyweight, former United States Champion, Rick Osborne. Osborne realized a dream mid last year, as the one title in XFW that eluded him was the World Heavyweight title, and he got the opportunity to challenge his friend and mentor, Crusher Carl Ellis, as the two battled over the title, and Osborne walked away with the victory and a handshake from Crusher Carl Ellis. And again, Ellis himself, damn near 65 years old, winning the title himself. It was a monumental thing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Aerial combat versus technical wrestling tonight in this qualifying match for the Fatal 4-Way. Osborne rolled up. Look at this. Already the agility from Aiden Scott coming in as he rolls up Osborne, but a kick out. Right back into lateral press. Osborne looking to wear down, or Mr. Amazing looking to wear down Osborne already. Collar elbow top. Osborne now with a headlock into a running bulldog. This match is going to be very quickly paced between both these guys. Osborne going to look to outmaneuver Mr. Amazing, but Scott going to look to go to the air and outplay Osborne. Look at this. Osborne already looking for his possible submission, wrapping on an ankle lock here. Osborne smart to go after the legs. Mr. Amazing now trying to kick him off, trying to break that hold, and does so. Both men reeling out. Osborne now with the right hand. And Mr. Amazing up and over, but ends to hang on the rope, and Osborne on the right hand. and a drop kick sending Scott to the outside arena floor. Shot now by Osborne. Now Mr. Amazing connects with right hands, leveling the former World Heavyweight Champion, and into a gut-wrench suplex is Mr. Amazing in the back inside, leaving Osborne out to his own devices on the outside arena floor. Harris doing the count. Amazing trying to regroup on the inside here, trying to shave off the cobwebs. Osborne appealing to the first crowd. Here we go, back to square one. Both men facing off. Osborne wrapping up the arm and turning him around, and Osborne landing the knee cracker, and that can do some serious damage to the ability of Aiden Scott, but he still gets a kick out. Osborne could be looking here to set the Texas Cloverleaf. Call it a tie-up. Osborne a kick to the midsection into a DDT. Osborne now trying to get him towards the middle of the ring here. Mr. Amazing getting back to his feet, charging in and catching him. Tornado DDT. Mr. Amazing, just like that, connecting, and again showing the agility that he's known for, and now an exploder. And that's the kind of explosive offense from Aiden Scott that we're used to seeing that takes his opponents off their game. Off the ropes now is Mr. Amazing, and a drop kick right to the head. Right between the eyes. Cover on Osborne, but a kick out. Osborne so resilient, so tough. The drive, the willpower, the desire is all there. But now Amazing on a tirade here. On the middle rope, drops the knee. Mr. Amazing now in the lead. Osborne into the ropes. Drop down now from Mr. Amazing. Mr. Amazing rolls through, transitions into a neckbreaker. And then going right to the top rope on the outside, Mr. Amazing lands the leg drop. Osborne back to his feet. Osborne coming in himself. Rolls him up. Holy hell. Osborne rolls him up. But a kick out. Osborne with a charging small package almost knocks off Mr. Amazing. Missing the shots there. Now a roll up again into a bridging combination from Aiden Scott. 2. Almost a 3 count. Back and forth these two are going. Osborne now calling him a tie-up. Breaks the hold as Amazing. No, look at this. Into a schoolboy right to a bridging combination again, but a kick out. Drop kick now from Mr. Amazing. Finds its mark. Mr. Amazing again to the outskirts on the top rope. Osborne getting back to his feet. Off the top and a driving clothesline. Both these guys want the opportunity to challenge in this fatal 4-way matchup to see who will face. Oh! Who will face the World Heavyweight Champion in XFW Matt Mania? Bad Boy Marshall Sweet watching on as he was assaulted last night by Brian Blaze after his victory. Both these guys going at it tonight here. Wind up now, shot into a hammerlock, overhand wrist lock by Rick Osborne. Mr. Amazing again fighting his way through here. Oh, and the super kick. Osborne on the receiving end, standing shooting star press. We got a cover here by Mr. Amazing. And almost a 3 count again. Osborne just barely gets the shoulder up. Neither one of these guys wants to walk away with the loss tonight. Amazing now putting Osborne on the top rope. Right hand connects. Trying to set Osborne up here. Both men now on the top rope. Amazing. Falcon arrow from the top. Falcon arrow finds its mark. Mr. Amazing changing his mind there. Oh, and it came off well. Look, he's a little confused there. Osborne able to capitalize, running bulldog. And drives the knee. Right into the face. Right into the cheek. I think he busted him open. Osborne now unleashing a number of shots. Insecurity now by Osborne. Osborne now building momentum. Cover on 2. And a kick out again by Aiden Scott. Osborne now pleading with Bob Harris that this should have been a 3 count. Drops the leg. Classic Osborne. Stomping away again. Collar elbow tie. Osborne the kick to the midsection. DDT. Osborne now to the outside. Osborne going to the top rope. Are you kidding me? Osborne very rarely goes to the top rope. Oh, he missed his mark. He missed his mark. He overshot. Collar elbow tie up. Osborne with the knee cracker. And the cover on Mr. Amazing. But a kick out. Both these guys with the drive and the willpower tonight. Oh, and a drop toe hold by Mr. Amazing. Osborne going for the Texas Cloverleaf, but Mr. Amazing with the counter and drops the hammer again, right across the brow of the former World Heavyweight Champion. Up and over, crucifix driver. Amazing now in a lead. Osborne reeling. Amazing now front face lock, hoisting him up. Oh, and again the Falcon Arrow. Osborne primed in position. Amazing is going to the top rope. Amazing. Phoenix press. Amazing looking to win this. Mr. Amazing will advance. Mr. Amazing will advance into the Fatal 4-Way. Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott will advance into the Fatal 4-Way for an opportunity to be a #1 contender to challenge Bad Boy Marshall Sweet for the World Heavyweight Championship. What a matchup between these two. And Mr. Amazing, busted nose and all, comes out on top. Wow. Wow. What a win for Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, ladies and gentlemen, getting himself entered into the Fatal 4-Way #1 contendership match. It'll take place next week right here on XFW. An outstanding opportunity for Mr. Amazing Aiden Scott, who has never had an opportunity at the World Heavyweight Championship before, and now one more match away from challenging Bad Boy Marshall Sweet at XFW Matt Mania. That's providing Bad Boy Marshall Sweet can get to XFW Matt Mania still with the title around his waist. After his victory last night, he was assaulted by Brian Blaze. Now, Blaze lost his qualifying matchup for #1 contendership earlier in the evening to Sean Owens. But obviously not content with getting in the Fatal 4-Way, assaulted Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. David C. Evans, thank you for liking the stream. Welcome to Saturday Night Showdown. But Brian Blaze, in typical Brian Blaze fashion, the ass hat that he is, come out and assaulted the World Heavyweight Champion in the ring after our main event last night. I know Bad Boy Marshall Sweet has been on record saying he wants to fight Brian Blaze. Now, folks, personally, I feel this is Brian Blaze trying to get under the skin of the champion, trying to use those mind games to fight, even though he couldn't get into the #1 contendership spot, trying to weasel his way, trying to shoehorn into an opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship, possibly even before Matt Mania. We'll have to find out, but right now we're going to head to ringside as Mark Collins collides with the current United States Champion, Brody Daniels. Let's head down to ringside. And ladies and gentlemen, the only man in XFW history to hold 2 titles at the same time, Mark Collins.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Colorado Springs, Colorado, weighing in at 236 pounds.
Collins has had legendary rivalries with the likes of Showtime Shane Black, Bad Boy Marshall Sweet, his former partner Blake the Body Harris, Seth Walker, and more. Collins has been a staple in XFW for a long, long time. Was at one point a member of the group known as the Entourage under the former manager Morgan Steiner. Before Steiner was eliminated from XFW by his own man Seth Walker. When Walker powerbombed the 67-year-old man in the locker room through the locker room cabinets. But tonight, Collins will face a rival he knows very, very well. The current reigning United States champion and the man behind the House of Spades, Brody Daniels. And again, the W. Damn that W. No, but now we get all three titles. Ladies and gentlemen, the House of Spades.
From Hackettstown, New Jersey, weighing in at 233 pounds, the Extreme United States Champion, Brody Daniels.
The House of Spades making their walk to the ring. Brody Daniels calling himself the Ace of Spades, accompanied to the ring by Luke Everett and Reed Lane, the XFW Tag Team Champions. Glad to see they found the titles tonight. Reed Lane able to get the victory last night. In a matchup against American Pain. But the House of Spades has become a dominant force here in XFW. The only reason they are a dominant force is because of the outside interference constantly by the other members of this group. Brody Daniels only the United States champion because of Luke Everett and Reed Lane. And Everett and Lane capturing the XFW tag team titles at XFW Stormfront with the help of Brody Daniels. And right now, Collins and Daniels going at it inside the ring. Irish whip now by Daniels. Drop down. Daniels now catching and flapjack onto Collins. And the cover, elbow across the face, not even hooking the leg, and Collins with a kick out. These two competitors very close in size and stature and also in ring athleticism. Both very different styles, other than the fact that Brody Daniels will take a lot more liberties with the rules than Collins will. Although Collins has had his glimpses with rule breaking, but right now, a draw kick to Brody Daniels. Shot to the midsection now by Brody. Oh, and goes low with the knee lift, taking Collins off his feet. Now an Irish whip off the ropes. Goes underneath and takes him out at the leg. Yeah, Brody Daniels now going to celebrate assaulting. You see Collins holding onto that knee. Another shot there by Brody Daniels. Daniels now going to toss Collins up and over the top rope. And now going to revel inside the ring as Bob Harris going to make the count. And Daniels now to the outside. And now Collins sent into the barricade. Brody Daniels, a longtime competitor here in XFW. Oh, and Collins now head colliding with that ring apron. Brody Daniels now with a, I was going for a scoop slam. Drops the knee into the ribs and back of Mark Collins. And here comes Luke Everett. I wouldn't be surprised when those two jackals interject themselves into the matchup here. Brody Daniels now inside. Again, taunting way too much. Needs to pay attention here. Collins is someone you do not want to give an opportunity to roll up here by Brody Daniels. Collins' shoulders are down, but Collins kicks out. Double axe handle now by the United States champion. Finds its mark. Daniels now leading Collins around again. But Collins firing back down with elbow shots. Collins now trying to get a grasp of offense here. Into the corner goes the United States champion. Collins down with it. Sends him flying. Collins on the shotgun drop kick. Brody Daniels collapsing down. Collins could steal a win here. Collins could steal a win here. 2. Almost 2. Or almost 3, I should say. Collins coming a hair away. And now Brody Daniels to the outside, of course, to hang out by the 2 other members of the House of Spades. Trying to avoid catastrophe here as Collins almost upset him.
2.
Daniels now not looking to get in the ring. Daniels now trying to run away. All 3 members of the House of Spades avoiding Collins like the plague. Brody Daniels coming in. Collins with a catching him. Collins with the ripcord cutter. Collins with the ripcord cutter. Collins might get a victory here. Collins, what a kick out by Brody Daniels. Unbelievable. Collins almost with the win. Brody Daniels going to the outside now. Putting his arms up here. I don't know what this is meaning here. Brody Daniels is walking away. Is he leaving? Is Brody Daniels leaving? Brody Daniels, he's walking back towards the locker room, but Collins is right behind him. Oh, I didn't realize what's going on here. These are not going to battle on top of the rampway. Collins firing back now. Collins now, jacking the champion, dropping him on the rampway there. Up to a 6 count. Brody Daniels now trying to race back towards the ring. Collins back out here, charging down. Collins with an elbow shot. Another hand shot. Collins out lighting up. Brody Daniels. Daniels with a counter. And Luke Everett right there. And here comes, here come the rest of the House of Spades. Daniels is looking underneath the apron for an equalizer. Right now, Collins is starting to lead in this matchup. But here we go. The other members of the House of Spades now getting involved.
6.
And a shot by Brody Daniels. Going to fire back by Collins again. Collins with a scoop slam. Collins out with a cover. 2. And Collins just upset Brody Daniels. Collins just may have set himself up for #1 contendership spot. Collins caught Brody Daniels sleeping as Daniels tried everything he can to avoid the matchup, almost leaving the arena. And Mark Collins just upset Brody Daniels. Right there, folks, that's when I thought it was over, the ripcord cutter. Right then and there, it should have been over, but somehow Brody Daniels narrowly avoided it. But Collins gets the pinfall. You see the House of Spades on the outside not happy about the outcome of this matchup. But Collins may have just got himself a #1 contendership spot. Collins may have just wound up with an opportunity to challenge Brody Daniels for the United States Championship. Getting a pinfall victory over the champion can go a long way. For Mark Collins, Derek Smith says cracks in the house. Calvin saying this is awesome. Collins could be on the fast track now for another opportunity at XFW Gold. Wow. There's not going to be happiness in the House of Spades tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Although I kind of feel happy myself right now. Collins, a long-time competitor in XFW. Again, the only man in XFW history to hold 2 titles at the same time. Unfortunately, he also lost both those titles in the same night many, many moons ago at XFW Fright Night. And again, he has defeated Bad Boy Marshall Sweet. He's defeated Showtime Shane Black. He's defeated Brian Blaze. Collins, a very, very well-decorated competitor here in XFW, and now may very well be able to challenge Brody Daniels for the United States Championship. But right now, folks, our main event of the evening, the last qualifying match in our Fatal 4-Way #1 contendership opportunity. Sam Ford the Tank going up against Seth Walker. Now, if you're a longtime XFW fan, you'll know Sam Ford was put on the shelf by Seth Walker when Walker jackknife powerbombed him off a catwalk in the back area of the arena. Now, Sam Ford was out for a number of months until he was rehabbed by WWE Hall of Famer and legend Sergeant Slaughter. And then Sergeant Slaughter began accompanying Sam Ford down to the ring to help him fend off the other members of Triple S LLC. But these two find themselves across the ring from each other tonight in the last qualifying shot for the XFW Fatal 4-Way number one contendership match. Let's head down to ringside. Your main event starts right now. And here comes the Tank, Sam Ford.
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Lincoln, Nebraska, weighing in at 289 pounds, the Tank.
Former two-time World Heavyweight Champion, the Tank, Sam Ford. Ford came very close to recapturing the title in a triple threat match against Bad Boy Marshall Sweet and Easy Money. Easy Money able to walk away with the title, but then the next night being laid out with a massive concussion and a skull fracture at the hand of an unknown assailant. XFW can do nothing but put the title up for grabs between a match between Sweet and Ford, and Sweet recapturing the title. But now this man coming back into play. Luckily, Sweet Sedan stand nowhere to be found.
Water, Texas, weighing in at 289 pounds, Seth Walker.
Seth Walker is an absolute monster of a man, ladies and gentlemen, and loves to put his opponents on the injured reserve list. He enjoys inflicting long-lasting injuries on his opponents. Says he keeps a tally mark of every time he puts someone on the shelf. And the last victim of that is the man he's in the ring with tonight. And recently just took Showtime Shane Black out of action for a few weeks with the help of Parzival, the other member of Triple S LLC. There is no love lost between these two folks, and here we go. What a big boot by Walker, but Sam Ford stays on his feet. And another one, this time Ford goes down. Walker coming out of the gates, firing on all cylinders. And another right hand by Ford. Ford catches and blocks out, and Ford now picks him up. Ford walking with Walker. Snake eyes. And now Walker down. And now stomping away. And now forcing the air out of the lungs of Walker is for those big size 13 boots. Both these guys are as big as redwoods. Walker now dodging out of the way of the elbow drop. Lands a clothesline, a hell of a shot there to Ford. And then we're covered by Walker. But not even a one count. The Tank gets the shoulder up. Elbow shot down by Ford. Again, that big boot finds its mark. Walker is an absolute monster inside the ring, but Ford, when he gets his rhythm going, when he starts building momentum, at times is an unstoppable force. Walker now with a shoulder tackle. And again another cover by Walker. Walker would love nothing more than an opportunity to challenge for the World Heavyweight title. Look at this, now grinding the face of Ford off the canvas. What a double axe handle on the back of the head of Ford. Walker now going after the knee of the Tank. Oh, what a stiff kick right to the jaw. And again, Walker loves to cause damage to his opponents. Loves to put him on the shelf. Ford dodging that shot. Now Ford firing back. Jabs and haymakers now by Ford the Tank, firing on all cylinders, picking Walker up by the throat. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? No one on the rampway. Whoa, 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 Parzival with a chair shot. The same thing that happened last week to Showtime Shane Black. Walker now crawling over. Walker crawling over now to Ford. Parzival just laid him out with that chair shot. And now Walker with a chair. And another shot to Ford. Walker just blasted him after help from, not like this. And Ford still survives. But Walker back with that chair and brings it down across the back of the head again. And a shot to the midsection now. And another one. And now shoulder tackle by Parzival coming out here. And a right hand now by Walker. Walker now with Ford. Right on top of that chair head first goes the Tank. Come on. And somehow the Tank gets the shoulder up. The Tank staying resilient. Oh my God. The Tank now. Oh, shot to the midsection now by Walker. How much can Ford have left at all, if anything? Oh no. Parzival's already been in. Walker now gonna pick him up. And a jackknife powerbomb. Walker needing help from Parzival. Walker qualifies. Walker, the fourth man in the Extreme Rules #1 contendership spot. Parzival coming out here with a steel chair and assisting his stablemate. Absolute tragedy. Look at this. Look at this shot right here. Right on top of that chair. Right on top of that chair. I can't believe Ford was able to kick out of that. But then the jackknife powerbomb right there. And Walker is the fourth man in the Extreme Rules #1 contendership match next week in Danger Zone. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the likes and shares. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow afternoon for XFW Extra, our Facebook subscriber-only program. Tomorrow. We'll see you then with more XFW action.